Zeke Yeager, the boy wonder, beast titan, and the one who wants to, or needs, to save Eldia. Zeke's beliefs are interesting yet twisted, but we all know that his twisted mind all started when he was a child. His backstory was well suited for his character that was later shown in the story, as we got some bits and pieces on how his relationship with Grisha was. So today I'll be looking into the mind of Zeke Yeager and trying to get his perspective of his twisted plans, beliefs, and relationships that he has. I'm hoping to do this for more Attack on Titan characters, as I really find them very interesting, including Zeke's brother, who I'm hoping to do one for as well. Right before we get into the video though, subscribe if you haven't, as I'm trying to grow a bigger fanbase so I can show these videos to a greater audience. Also like the video to show some support. Now with no further ado, let's look into the mind of Zeke Yeager. When Zeke first appeared, he was mysterious yet ignorant of the island of Paradise. He had heard many things on it as his parents got taken there, yet he didn't know a single thing about it. The people, the weapons, and materials are some I would say he didn't fully understand. This was seen when he questioned Mike about the maneuvering gear. Even though Zeke had no idea of the status of Eldians on the island, he still believed he should take them out of their misery. He has a way of assuming things before confirming if they're real. This was seen when he first met Eren in the Return to Shiganshina arc. He assumed his father Grisha had given Eren the same treatment he had when he was a child. Zeke wanted to save Eren, yet Eren needed no saving. Zeke finally found this out in the later events, which were in the Paths realm, when he and Eren went through Grisha's memories. Zeke's views for Eldians on the island are out of pity, as he knows their memories had been taken away, not knowing what their ancestors had done in the past. With this view, Zeke is able to end their lives with no hesitation, as he thinks he is ending their suffering, and also the world's suffering as well, as there wouldn't be any Titans anymore. With Zeke being able to do this, he still thinks this isn't enough, and this is when his plan comes into action, and that he would need the Founder's power to do so. I'll look into his plan later, but for now, I'll go into how Zeke's twisted view on Eldians started. The young mind of Zeke Yeager was put through difficult challenges, and not just because of Marley's warrior trials, but because of his parents and Marley's ideologies. He was stuck in a split world unlike the other Eldians in Marley, as they followed the rules they were given. Zeke, however, was given information and thoughts from a victim of Marley's rules, his father Grisha Yeager. Grisha made Zeke as a hope for Eldia's rebellion against Marley, forcing Zeke to become a warrior and retake the founding Titan. However, Zeke had no sort of talent that would be fit for warrior material, as he was always seen lagging behind his competitors, but he was still determined to save everyone, as his father had said he would. But from this, Zeke had been in multiple situations where his parents would be disappointed in him, which would have a really big impact on his emotions, as he had high hopes being pushed onto his actions. He would seem more depressed and pressured, but this would slightly change when he first met Xavier, the current Beast Titan at the time. Xavier had a fairly big impact on Zeke's life and mind. Through all the pressure Zeke's parents gave him, Xavier gave him time to relax, playing catch with a baseball every time they came across each other. This comfort helped Zeke to not fill his mind with all the pressure that he has with him, but Xavier also was able to influence his own thoughts and decisions to Zeke, helping be able to tell Marley about what his parents had been doing in secret. Xavier also had added in that his parents had never loved Zeke, and after that, Zeke was able to not feel guilt thanks to what Xavier had said, and also because of his close relationship with Xavier as well. Zeke's mind would later be changed from being brought up to hate Marleyans and kill them, but be shaped upon growing his own ideology. His view of the world would change from his past history playing a major part on that as well. The king for its ideology also hasn't come upon him yet, as it goes onto the royals that have the founding titan. This ideology affects people with royal blood, as seen from the lineage of the Fritz family, erasing their people's memories of their past actions, while also keeping them inside the walls. They wanted their people to live in peace on the island, but if the world had wanted to exterminate all Eldians, Fritz would accept it, as their sins are too heavy for atonement. Zeke's plan is twisted, yet he believes this is the only choice for the world to finally be at peace. His plan was to free the world from its fear of the Titans, and also the Eldians from their suffering, by using the founding Titan's abilities to make all Eldians not be able to give birth, which would lead to their eventual extinction within 100 years. Zeke had believed that if Eldians hadn't been born in the first place, then they wouldn't have needed to suffer. He has no hate for Eldians, even while he was shown to have slaughtered multiple of them in the Return to Shiganshina arc, and also turning a majority of them into Titans. But also in the time he was going up against the Survey Corps, he felt kind of frustrated and angry that his own people had dedicated their hearts to stop him, only for him to have put an end to their lives, calling them fools as well. But he calms himself down seconds later after that, as I think he believes that emotions get ahead of people when they want to complete a goal, which always fails them. Zeke believes that Grisha and the other Eldian restorationists got their emotions ahead of themselves, making them fail their mission. Zeke tries to do the opposite and not turn out like his father, so he's able to suppress his emotions when taking out his goal. I think Zeke is also a very mysterious person, like I said at the start of the video, always keeping things hidden from other people, especially from the likes of the Malian army and even his closest allies in Mali. Peak always knew something was up with Zeke ever since the time he let out his true emotions when he first met Eren. She saw the person who never lets his emotions get ahead of themselves, saying that he'll save this target that they're after, in a certain way in which they had some sort of connection. Zeke also lets out his full emotions once again when he and Eren are in the past realm. He's able to confront his brother in a non-mysterious way and completely opens up to him. This is pretty much one of the first times Zeke doesn't seem untrustworthy. Well, I guess he kind of hid the fact that he had control over Ymir was something he didn't tell Eren too soon. But you get the point of how Zeke wanted to trust Eren and hoped that Eren trusted him. The only way to save Eldia is to put us out of our misery. He says this just before he explodes himself when he's captured by Levi. This just shows how determined he is to take out his plan, and also showing how much he cares about it. He also works hard to get the trust of Mali, but he doesn't do all of this slaughter against Eldians for Mali itself, but to save the world. He still has a bit of Grisha's influence in him of saving the world, but of course his beliefs are way different, as Grisha's hatred was against Mali, while Zeke doesn't have any true hatred against both races. The only true hatred I would think that he has is on his own father. So Zeke's connections with other people seem to be limited or even fake. He also has tragic connections, though, with them being his parents and also the people he betrayed, more specifically Colt and Falco. Colt had high hopes of becoming the next Beast Titan, and Zeke encouraged him in a way that the outcome will come to play in a good ending. But this world is cruel, with Zeke using his scream to turn Falco into a Titan, while Colt is caught in the transformation, burning him away. Zeke even said it was a shame for him to do this, showing that he has to keep his goal in the front of his mind while suppressing his emotions. I believe Zeke actually cared, but his goal is in fact his #1 priority over the lives of a few people. Another connection Zeke was able to have is Eren. Zeke cared about Eren, but Eren did not care about Zeke. Well, at least not in the same way Zeke had cared. Eren hated the thought of Zeke's plan, saying it's messed up and something he would never do. Yet Zeke still believed he could have a chance to bring Eren to his side, and even dedicated a whole sequence of trying to quote-unquote save Eren. He even said that when he will save the world, it will be with Eren, meaning he genuinely cares about his brother and has a strong connection to him in his point of view. The rest of Zeke's connections would be his parents that I've already covered, the Malian army, and of course Levi. His slight rivalry with Levi is mostly on Levi's part of wanting to avenge his allies that were killed by Zeke, including Erwin. It's one-sided, but it really tells the message of violence is one thing you can't take away from humanity, as Levi still wants revenge against Zeke even past the 4-year time skip. Now, in Zeke's current state of mind, I would think that he would feel betrayed, of course, as one of the only people he cared about used him to get their own goal. Zeke thought that he and Eren had the same goals before the paths encounter, which I think that could have a big impact on him. Also, when he thought that this was done by Grisha's brainwashing, gave him hope that Eren could be brought back to his side, only to find out that this was all what Eren had wanted, and his ideals weren't shaped by Grisha's. So that as well had impacted widely on Zeke's state of mind, with him needing to stop Eren before he is able to take out his plan. Zeke at the moment is now somewhere either still in the Paths realm or back in Shiganshina, or even he could be on the Founding Titan as well. In chapter 134, I don't think that the Beast Titan we saw had Zeke inside, but I wonder if it was Zeke, then it could be pretty ironic, of course, as Zeke was the one in control earlier, until Eren had the will to control Ymir. If he's able to come back, I wonder how his ending will be. Would it be a fatal death by Levi's hand, or will it be him surviving the whole thing and seeing what Eren has done to the world? I hope Isayama continues to make an amazing storyline and execute Zeke's ending perfectly. With that being said, put down in the comments any more predictions you have for Zeke's future actions, or just some good video ideas for the future as well. I really hoped you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and like the video. It's been Endless Requiem, peace.